multiple representation is the tricky part. If your buyer wants to buy one of your listings, or if it's the brokerage level, if your buyer wants to buy one of the brokerage's listings, that is a multiple representation situation. And there's an inherent conflict. On one side of the deal, you've basically promised to get the best terms and price for your client. But if you're on both sides, that promise can't be kept. So now you basically have to explain to both sides. They have to be given the option to opt out of having both sides represented by the same party. If they continue and put in writing that they're still willing to be represented by both sides, they have to really understand the limitations. You can no longer give them advice like, you know, for a buyer, you should increase your offer to X, or for a seller, you know, you should drop what you're willing to take to Y. You can't exchange anything about the motivation of either party. You know, the buyer is really getting anxious because they sold their house and they need to buy something really
Can't
quick.
do that.
All you can exchange between the two of them is the facts that are contained in an offer.
And factual information that can be found online.
You're allowed to send, you know, listings, but they have to draw their own conclusions.
Can't give any interpretation or advice.
Yeah, so it really hamstrings you in a negotiation. Sometimes a buyer will walk in and say, no, I don't want anybody else. I'm perfectly happy.
Yeah, the seller has the right to say no. And they have to sign to it. That's where the confirmation of cooperation and representation comes into play at offer time.
And there's two new documents, one for the buyer side and one for the seller side, that explicitly lay that out.